The top stories. Butch Stewart says Sandals will bring $200 million annually to Barbados. How safe are your online transactions? Well, the answer might surprise you in our special report. And St. Lucia's PM fears a Caribbean earthquake. Welcome to Nation News for Wednesday, February the 26th, 2014.
At Courts, every day we bring affordability, convenience, innovation, and style to over 1 million customers in 11 countries. From homes to communities, we are proud to make a difference in the lives of many across the region. Courts, bringing value home.
The head of Sandals Resorts, Gordon Butch Stewart, has made his first public speech in Barbados since the chain was controversially awarded substantial tax perks to set up 2 properties here.
I've been in Jamaica when we had the invasion of Spanish offenders, big blacks. They got unbelievable concessions, same concessions basically that we got in Barbados. But they kept it secret. In the places that we have gotten concessions from, achieved that. Our criteria was transparency. So everybody knows that we got the concessions, and they haven't provided some more than some what the concessions are.
Mr. Stewart told the function of the Barbados Chamber of Commerce and Industry that the properties in Christchurch and at Ammon Beach St. Peter would eventually contribute more than $200 million annually to the economy. Many Barbadians now bank online, buy goods online as a matter of course. But how secure are the networks that we use? Are our banks and businesses web safe? Do we have to worry about the type of cybercrime that has harmed big corporations in wealthy nations? Nation News reporter Natasha Beckles has this.
Is your information safe online? Just recently, major retailer Target was the victim of cybercriminals, causing their fourth quarter profits to slump by 46%. Recently, Facebook, Twitter, and JP Morgan have also been victims of cybercrime. But what about Barbados and the Caribbean? Do we have anything to worry about? Chief Executive Officer of the Caribbean Cybersecurity Center, James Bino, says yes.
I think Barbados has had a long-standing reputation as one of the leading countries across the Caribbean region. In terms of maturity, in terms of infrastructure, without a doubt. To follow Barbados would be places like Jamaica and Trinidad when it comes to IT resources and assets. So I think that simple fact makes us an ideal target for cybercrime networks.
Mr. Bino cautions businesses that threats to cybersecurity often originate inside the organization.
Interestingly enough, people are always focused on the outside threat coming into a business, but it's been proven over and over again that the greatest risk is always from the inside. People bringing into work infected USB drives, disgruntled employees, dishonest employees. The statistics show that the greatest threat is from the inside.
It's not just businesses that have to worry though. Cybercriminals have been targeting individuals by profiling them via social media before deciding how best to target them.
So yeah, social media, Facebook in particular, is increasingly being used from a social engineering profiling perspective by hackers and cybercriminals. They use your social media profiles to create an opportunity for you to click on something, which is called phishing. And typically, once you click to win that prize that you think is a prize, there are embedded programs, malicious websites that could then penetrate your system and capture important information, bank account information, usernames, passwords, and send it off from your computer to a third-party location.
If you're looking for advice on complementary health therapies, then the place to be is Sunday's Holistic Health Fair at Harrison College. The organizers say more and more Barbadians are turning to alternative therapies for healing. The director of Healing Life Earth Products is Hedu Holigan.
As a practitioner in the field, my span of clientele has been broad and wide, from the average person to high-end society. So definitely much more people are catching on to the concept of natural living, and a lot more people are also supporting natural living.
Sunday's fair is organized by the Barbados Reiki Association. Students at Bay Primary School were given a lesson in Nigerian history as they took part in African awareness activities in this Black History Month. Students and teachers were outfitted in colorful African attire as they listened to speakers Mariam Hines and Anita Ardidine. The guests led the audience in song in 4 of the 500 languages spoken in Nigeria and explained types of handmade African artifacts. Jennifer Seeley, a senior teacher at Bay Primary, organized the activities, which also featured a street parade, a tuk band, Mother Sally, and limbo dances. In news from elsewhere, a shortage of foreign exchange has been reported in Trinidad and Tobago. Residents and businesses say they've been finding it difficult to obtain foreign currency. The central bank has not given a reason for the shortage, but says it has pumped $500 million into the domestic foreign exchange market. St. Lucia's Prime Minister Kenny Anthony has spoken about his fears of a really big earthquake and tsunami hitting the Eastern Caribbean. This in light of last week's tremors felt in the sub-region as a result of a quake near Martinique and the 35 mini-quakes recorded in this area last year. Dr. Anthony says St. Lucian emergency authorities might be asked to increase awareness of the possibility of twin disasters.
Experts at the University of the West Indies and experts elsewhere in North America and Europe have been predicting that a major earthquake will probably strike the Caribbean. That the Caribbean, in the cyclical occurrences of such earthquakes, seem to be just about poised for such a major earthquake. And I don't know about you, but I can tell you I have very deep anxiety because of the mini earthquakes that have been occurring in recent times. Nearly every part of the Caribbean has been affected by a mini earthquake in recent times.
The Bahamas says it will await a decision of CARICOM leaders before deciding on whether or not to make marijuana legal for medicinal purposes. Responding to media reports that Jamaica had given the go-ahead for decriminalization, Bahamas Foreign Minister Fred Mitchell said it had been agreed that the matter would be an agenda item at next month's CARICOM summit in St. Vincent. Sport is next.
The history, the legacy, the rivalry, the passion. We versus them. West Indies versus England. 3 T20s, March 9th, 11th, and 13th at the Mecca. We versus them.
Another exciting day of sports took place at the National Stadium today with the Angela Blackett Zone. In this zone, for the first time ever in the male division, St. Cyprian's boys won with 149.50 points, while Ellerton Primary and Good Shepherd Primary came second and third respectively with 135.50 and 117.83 points. In the female division, St. Albans Primary, Good Shepherd Primary and Silla Primary came first, second and third with respective points of 192, 165 and 153. The zone's Victor Ludorm and the 13-day Quan Spencer, hailing from St. Luke's Brighton Primary, won the 100-meter dash with a time of 14.28, came second in the 200 meters with a time of 29.32, and the 400-meter dash with a time of 106.99. Victor Sudorm and the 13 Igina Colucci of Welch's Primary won the 100 and 200-meter dash with a time of 14.13 and 28.78 respectively, and took gold in long jump with a distance of 3.92 meters. The fourth action-packed day of NATSAC commences tomorrow with the Anton Norris Zone. This has been Shaka Mears reporting for Nation News.
Sports was brought to you by We vs. Them, West Indies vs. England series.
And finally, more than 50 people have responded to an advert for what's being described as one of the most relaxing jobs on the market, a bathtub tester. Bath Store, Britain's largest bathroom retailer, is seeking, get this, a bathroom executive officer to test their range of products. The job isn't all about splashing around in the suds. The successful applicant will be responsible for providing written reports and analysis on the overall bathing experience and the comfort of their own home.